Hello friends, welcome to Civil Tutorials. In this lecture, we are going to find out the deflection for a fixed beam carrying UDL. For a fixed beam, the slope and deflection at end supports is equal to 0. That means the slope theta A and theta B is equal to 0 and deflection YA and YB is equal to 0. Why the slope and deflection is equal to 0? This is due to the restraining couples or restraining end moments acting at both the supports. The slope and deflection is equal to 0 at the end supports. Then where does the maximum deflection is going to be? The maximum deflection occurs at center in our case due to the symmetrical loading. So how we can find out this maximum deflection? We will apply principle of superposition. That means we will divide this indeterminate beam into two determinate beams. That means in the first case, we will divide this beam into a simply supported beam carrying UDL. We can easily analyze this beam by using equations of equilibrium. In the other case, we will apply the end moments and then we will combine this fx and find out the fixed end moments and deflections. So let's begin. In the first case, we have to draw the bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam carrying UDL. What is the bending moment diagram? It is a parabola. And what is the bending moment value for a simply supported beam carrying UDL? It is WL square by 8. In the second case, due to the applied end moments, you have to draw the bending moment diagram. So what is the bending moment diagram due to the applied moments to a simply supported beam? It is going to be a rectangle. So due to one end moment, you will get one straight line here, and due to the another end moment, you will get one more straight line here. You will get a rectangle type of bending moment diagram. Now you have to equate both the areas A1 and A2. What are A1 and A2? Here I am considering A1 as of the area of the parabola and A2 as of the area of rectangle. Why I am considering only of these portions? Because since the loading is symmetry, only I can consider the of the portion of parabola and rectangle. So what is A1? A1 is the area of hatched portion of this parabola. What is this area? 2 third times base times height. 2 third into base is here L by 2 and height is WL square by 8. And what is A2? A2 is nothing but MA times L by 2. Now you have to equate these areas. 2 third times L by 2 times WL square by 8 is equal to MA times L by 2. Here L by 2 get cancelled and you will get MA is equal to WL square by 12. Since MA and MB are equal, you will get fixed end moments as WL square by 12. Now you have analyzed end moments for a fixed beam. Next you have to find out the deflection for the fixed beam. The deflection at center is given by y equal to sigma ax by ei. Y equal to a1x1 plus a2x2 by ei. Y minus a2 minus indicates it is hogging, because due to the applied end moments you will get a hogging type bending moment. That's why I consider a2 as negative and a1 as positive due to the sagging moment. Then what are x1 and x2? X1 and x2 are the centroidal distances measured from the fixed supports. Since we are taking moment at the supports, we will measure the centroidal distances from these supports. So any support you can take. Either you can take this moment about this support, or you can also take the moment about this support as well. So now I am considering moment at this support and I am considering centroidal distances from the support A. So for this parabola, I have to find out the centroidal distance x1. So what is the centroidal distance from the support? What is x1? X1 is 5 by 8 times L by 2. It is very important to remember these formulas, the areas of parabola and the centroidal distances from both the ends. So you can simply remember by this diagram. You carefully observe this diagram. So the hatched portion is the area of the parabola. It is the second degree curve. So area of the hatched portion is 2 times b into h. And what is the other part? Since it is inscribed in a square, you will get 2/3 times base into height here, and the other portion is 1/3 times base times height. So what is the centroidal distance from this end support? It is going to be 5 by 8 times b. And if you want to find out the centroidal distance from this end support, it is going to be 1 minus 5 by 8 times of b. You will get 3 by 8 times of b here. Similarly, the centroidal distance from this end support, it is equal to 1 by 4b. And if you want to find out the centroidal distance from this end, it is 1 minus 1 by 4 times b. It is equal to 3 by 4b. So it is very important to know this values, because for a cantilever type of beam, if you want to find out the area for a cantilever beam carrying UDL, then you have to apply this formula, 1/3 times base times height. And if you want to find out the centroidal distances, you have to remember this values. So now we have found out x1. X1 is equal to 5 by 8 times L by 2, since we are considering centroidal distance from the end support A. So you will get 5 by 8 times L by 2 as x1. And what is x2? X2 is nothing but 1 by 2 times L by 2. Now you have to substitute x1 and x2 and a1 and a2 in this formula. So I am substituting everything in this formula. So x1 and x2 as well as a1 and a2 I am substituting. So you have to solve for this equation. So here 2 and 2 get cancelled, and you will get 3 8s 24, 24 8s 192, 192 2s 384. So 5 WL power 4 by 384 you will get here, and here 12 2s are 24, 24 2s are 48, 48 2s are 96. So WL power 4 by 96 you will get here. So 5 WL power 4 by 384 minus WL power 4 by 96 EI. So you will finally get y is equal to WL power 4 by 384 EI. You may recall the deflection for a simply supported beam is 5 WL power 4 by 384 EI. Now, since it is a fixed beam, due to the applied end moments, WL power 4 by 96 EI will get deducted from this value, and you will finally get WL power 4 by 384 EI. So the deflection for a simply supported beam carrying UDL is 5 times more than for a fixed beam. So the fixed beam is more advantageous for deflection and bending moment values than compared to a simply supported beam. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching.